We'll go to the A minor chord now, but we're going to play it in a little bit different way. We're going to start off with the 5th string open. Remember, it's always 3-3-2, 3-3-2. Then 5th string 2nd fret, 5th string 3rd fret, then 4th string open, 4th string 2nd fret, and 4th string 3rd fret. Let me do that one more time. 5th string open, 5th string 2nd fret, 5th string 3rd fret, 4th string open, 4th string 2nd fret, 4th string 3rd fret. 3-3-2, 3-3-2. Let me play that slowly. Alright? So now, let me put those all together, what we've done so far. We're going to start with that E, 3, 2, A minor, back to the E, E, A minor, back to E, now what we're going to do, we're going to play a couple of bar chords. We're going to start with the F major bar chord, and we're going to do the rumba pattern twice. We're going to move that F major up 2 frets to G. We're going to do it twice again, the rumba pattern. We're going to go back to the F, 2 more rumba patterns. And we're going to play E, 2 rumba patterns. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that whole entire thing nice and slow for you. Ready? I'm going to end it with just a simple F major with my index finger down and E. Now as soon as I'm done playing that last E, I'm going to mute the strings by placing the palm of my right hand over the strings so I can give it a staccato or a quick stop movement. Slowly and quickly. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do now is, now that I've broken it all down for you piece by piece, I'm going to play the whole thing for you as a full flamenco song. You can do this any way you want. If you want to do this part 4 times instead of 2, that's okay. If you want to do this 1 extra time, that's okay too. Now as far as the scale, I just basically went right down the scale. But when you get to that point, feel free to mix up those notes. Put some triplets in there. In other words, make it your own. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what flamenco is all about. So have fun. Be creative with the Malagueña. The second song here is called Tarantas. Now once again, like I said before, I'm going to be breaking this down into sections and putting it together. But feel free to make them a little bit longer, make them a little bit shorter, however you see fit. I'm going to start with an F sharp major chord, but I'm going to lift my finger out of the 2 high strings. In other words, so my B string is open and my E string is open. So rather than this in a natural F sharp chord, F sharp major, I'm going to have this. Now, the first part of Tarantas, it starts off with just that chord, and we're going to take our index finger and strum upward. But you don't want to really strum like, because there's no dynamics in it. You want to, it's almost like a quick arpeggio. Now, if you can notice this guitar here, or all Spanish guitars, where you hold your hand is important for the type of tone that you want. In other words, if I'm close to the neck here and I strum that chord, it sounds like this. It's almost got a soft ring to it. But if I do the same thing back here by the bridge, I get this. And you've probably heard that tone in a whole lot of flamenco records. So that's how we're going to start that. That's called, technically in music by the way, this is called dolce panticello. And we're going to start off with that F major chord with the 2 open strings here, upwards, in panticello form. Okay? Now next, we're going to be playing which is going to involve a series of hammer-ons and pull-offs. Starting with the 6th string 2nd fret, hammering onto the 6th string 3rd fret, pull off to the 6th string 2nd fret, and then finally pull off to the 6th string open. Once again, slowly. And what we're going to do now is we're going to loop that. Okay, so let me start setting this up for the first part of the Tarantas. Keep these 2 fingers in place if you can, because you're going to come right back to that. Now speaking of being creative, you can start it that way, or you could do something different like with an arpeggio, or maybe do the hammers and pulls. Remember, however you feel. Okay. The next part, we're going to start with a G chord. But just like in the F sharp chord, we're going to leave, you know how normally in a G chord we're going to have this G note, but we're going to leave that open. So it's actually going to be, technically it would be a G add E, would be the name of the chord. And we're going to do that same series of hammers and pulls, but we're going to be doing it on the 5th string, starting with the 5th string 2nd fret, hammering onto the 5th string 4th fret, pull back to the 5th string 2nd fret, and finally from the 2nd fret to the open string. Once again, I'm going to do that nice and slow. And we're going to loop that, just like we did the first part. And we're going to end with a G5, which is the root of the G major scale and the 5th degree of the scale. And you can even hit a couple open strings if you like. Okay, and that's the first section of Tarantas. Let me put this all together and give you an idea what it should sound like. Okay, then I'm just going to run a little quick scale pattern. And let me show you where those notes are. 5th string 5th fret, 5th string 4th fret, 5th string 2nd fret, 6th string 5th fret, 6th string 3rd fret, 6th string 2nd fret, and back to that reverse arpeggiated chord. So it's after. One more thing I wanted to tell you about is this device right here is called a capo. Okay, now you're going to hear a lot of flamenco records, and hopefully you're listening to them. You know, buy yourself some flamenco records, because music is a listening art form. You're going to get as much out of listening to music as you are out of playing music. You know, you're going to find an acceptable standard of excellence. So please seek the masters and listen to what they have to play, because you'll get a lot out of it, I promise you. But sometimes you'll hear things, you know, you'll hear songs like what I'm playing here, but the guitar sounds a little higher, like sometimes almost not like a guitar, you know. Now this is what'll do it for you. I'm going to move this up and down the fingerboard a couple of times and play little excerpts from some of the songs I've showed you, and let you hear some of the differences there are with some of the benefits that this can do for you. Okay, I'm going to start by putting this on the 2nd fret. Now when you do this, make sure to bring it right up along the fret. You know, just like you can see here on the open string, the nut here is right up to the fret. So don't leave it in the middle and don't leave it in the back. Put it right up there towards the front. And what I like to do is just kind of give the strings a little tug and make sure they're going to stay in tune, because sometimes they get kind of trapped in there. So just pull them, and you should have. Here, that's going to be a little sharp. Just give it a tug, and then you're going to be in tune. Okay, for instance, like the Malagueña, a little part of it on 2nd fret. Or if we moved it to the 4th fret. So you see, it makes a completely different sound. Remember, it's flamenco. Please be creative. Hope this helped you out. Have a great day. You can get a sense of the melody of the bass string, and then I'll throw in the reverse raschiato. First, like I said, just the bass note. Move to that C chord, F major 7, and E. Now I'm going to do those same notes with the reverse raschiato. And we'll do that twice. continuing on in that same fashion, we're going to use the same reverse raschiato, but we're going to be using a little bit different bass notes and a couple of different chords. We're going to start with the A minor chord. Bass notes we'll use are 5th string open, 5th string 2nd fret, 5th string open. Then we're going to move to that G7 chord, and the bass notes we'll cut out are 6th string, 5th string, and 4th string. So it'll be 6th string 3rd fret, 5th string 2nd fret, 4th string open. Now we're going to be using the F chord. It's an F major bar chord, but remember, let's do the same thing like in Tarantas. Let's leave our fingers off those bottom strings. And 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, and the open E chord. So let me play that all as one part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do everything I just did leading up to those parts. We're going to start, remember, with this, with the golpe and the tap. Remember, I'm doing this slow right now. We're going to do the golpe tap with the F chord and E chord. Or you can add a raschiato in there if you want to too. Remember, it's your song, make it your own. That's the whole point of this. Okay. Now, remember in Malagueña, we went 3-3-2. 3-3-2. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2. We're going to do the same thing with the last part of Soleares. Okay? But first, let's learn the bass notes. Hold an E chord. We're going to play the 6th string open. 6th string 4th fret. 5th string 2nd fret, which you already got in your hand because you got an E chord. And then we're going to play a rumba pattern through just a basic open E chord. Let me do that one more time. Okay? Now in the song we're going to be doing that twice. So slowly it'll sound like. With the exception of, we're going to move to the B7 chord. So we're going to play 6th string open, 6th string 4th fret with the E chord holding, 6th string or 5th string 2nd fret, and we're going to move to a B7 chord and do a rumba pattern. Okay, so let me set that up twice and then do the B7 chord. Remember, these chords are going to be in the manual, which you can download from musicstarproductions.com. Don't forget to go on there. Okay. Now after that, we're going to hold that B7 chord, pull our pinky off of there because we've got to cut out those other bass notes. Here's the bass notes we're going to be using. 5th string 2nd fret, 5th string 4th fret, back to 5th string 2nd fret, 4th string 1st fret, 5th string 4th fret, 5th string 2nd fret, 5th string open, 6th string 4th fret, 6th string 2nd fret, and a rumba pattern on the E chord. So let me play that section a little bit faster so you can get an idea of the groove. Okay, one more time. Put both those sections together for you. Remember, it's 3 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. Okay, here goes. Whole thing twice. Now we're going to go to that same first part. Stay there on the rumba pattern, play an E7 chord. We're going to be moving to an A major chord, and we're just going to rumba pattern that out 2 times for each one. Again, A, E, B7. And for the outro, we'll do some triplets. And B7 and E. And once again, staccato, cut it clean. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Soli Aris in its entirety. Remember, you don't have to do it one time. Do it as many times as you want. You could. Okay, well that's about all I have for you on this DVD. I would like to conclude by first thanking Music Star Productions for letting me do this. I would like to thank all of you for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I did making it. And I wish you the best of luck in all your aspirations.